How SWP turns your savings into monthly paychecks? Start this now. What if I told you there's a secret money trick that could pay you every single month without lifting a finger?
Wow.
And you're probably missing out on it right now. Waking up to a bank notification cash hitting your account like clockwork, month after month, while you sip your coffee and plan your next vacation. Sounds too good to be true? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how a little-known strategy called SWP Systematic Withdrawal Plan can transform your savings into a steady paycheck, and why the wealthy are already using it to live their dream lives. Let's dive in. Here's the problem. Most people are stuck in a financial trap. You work hard, save every penny, maybe even invest in mutual funds or stocks, but then what? Your money just sits there, locked away, while you stress about bills. Dream of early retirement? Or wonder how you'll ever afford that new car? You're told to save for the future, but what about living now? What about enjoying your money without blowing through your savings? It's like you're driving a fancy car, but never taking it out of the garage. Frustrating, right? And here's the kicker. Millions of people are leaving money on the table because they don't know about SWPA, a strategy that lets you cash out your investments monthly without losing your wealth. So what's the deal with SWP, and why is it such a game changer? Let's break it down. SWP stands for Systematic Withdrawal Plan, and it's like having a personal ATM that pays you every month from your own investments. Picture this. You've got $50,000 in a mutual fund. Instead of letting it just grow or worse, dipping into it randomly and risking it, all you set up an SWP. Every month, a fixed amount, say $500, lands in your bank account. You don't have to sell your entire investment. You don't have to wait until you're 65. It's like your savings are working a side hustle for you, delivering cash on demand. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the first shocker. Most financial advisors won't even mention SWP to you. Why? Because they make more money when your cash stays locked in their funds. That's right, your dream of financial freedom might be getting sidelined by someone else's paycheck. Now you're probably thinking, this sounds cool, but how does it actually work? Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're 40 years old, with $100,000 invested in a solid mutual fund. You want extra cash every month maybe to cover your rent, fund a side business, or just treat yourself to a nicer life. With SWP, you tell your fund manager, hey, send me $1,000 a month. They withdraw a small portion of your investment part. Of it might come from your profits, part from your principal, and boom, you've got your money. The rest of your investment keeps growing. It's like slicing a tiny piece of a cake every month while the cake still gets bigger. But here's where it gets wild. If you pick the right fund and set up your SWP smartly, your investment could still outgrow your withdrawals. That means you're getting paid monthly and your wealth keeps climbing. Mind blown yet? But wait, there's a catch, and this is the second shocker. SWP isn't a magic wand you wave and instantly become rich. If you mess it up, you could drain your savings faster than a teenager spending their first paycheck. Picture this. You set your withdrawal too high, say $2,000 a month from that $100,000 fund. If the market dips or your fund underperforms, you're eating into your principal too fast. Before you know it, your ATM runs dry and you're left with nothing. That's why the wealthy don't just set up SWP and forget it. They use a secret formula to make it bulletproof. Want to know what it is? It's called the 4% rule, and it's about to change how you think about money forever. 4% rule is a financial hack backed by decades of research. It says you can safely withdraw 4% of your investment every year adjusted for inflation, and your money should last at least 30 years. So for that $100,000 fund, you could pull out $4,000 a year, or about $333 a month, and be pretty confident you won't run out. But here's the genius part. With SWP, you can tweak this to fit your life. Need more cash? You can push it to 5% or 6%, but you'll need a stronger fund or a shorter timeline. Want to play it ultra safe? Stick to 3%. The point is, SWP gives you control. You're the CEO of your own financial empire. But why aren't more people doing this? That's where the third shocker comes in, and it's a little unsettling. The truth is, the financial system doesn't want you to know about SWP because it empowers you. Think about it. Banks love it when you park your money in a savings account earning 0.5% interest. Mutual fund companies love it when you leave your investments untouched, racking up fees for them. But SWP, it flips the script. You're taking charge, pulling out your money on your terms, and living life now instead of waiting for some far-off retirement dream. Imagine this. You're at a family barbecue, and everyone's complaining about their jobs, their bills, their stress. Meanwhile, you're chilling, knowing your SWP just dropped another $800 into your account. You're not bragging, but you're living proof that there's a better way. Yes. That's the power of SWP. It's not just about money. It's about freedom. So, how do you actually set this up? It's simpler than you think, but you need to avoid a few traps. First, pick a solid mutual fund or ETF with a strong track record, something that grows steadily, like an S&P 500 index fund or a balanced equity fund. Don't chase higher-esque funds promising 20% returns. Those can crash and burn, taking your SWP with them. Second, decide how much you want monthly. Use the 4% rule as a guide, but talk to a financial planner to crunch the numbers for your specific situation. Third, contact your fund provider. Most banks or brokers can set up an SWP in minutes. Tell them your withdrawal amount and schedule, and you're good to go. But here's a pro tip. Reinvest any extra cash you don't need right away. That keeps your wealth growing even faster. Now let's talk taxes, because this is where people get tripped up. When you withdraw money through SWP, part of it might be taxed as capital gains, depending on your country's laws. In the US, for example, long-term capital gains are taxed at a lower rate than regular income, which is a win. But if you're pulling out too much too fast, you could bump yourself into a higher tax bracket. Picture this. You're happily cashing out $2,000 a month, but at tax time, you're hit with a $5,000 bill you didn't expect. Ouch. That's why you need to plan ahead. Talk to a tax pro to optimize your withdrawals. The goal is to keep more money in your pocket, not Uncle Sam's. At this point, you're probably thinking this sounds awesome, but is it really for me? Here's the beauty of SWP. It works for almost anyone with savings. Got $10,000 in a fund? You could set up a small SWP for $50 a month. Ain't enough for a nice dinner out? Got $500,000? You could pull $2,000 a month and live like royalty in some places. Whether you're 25 and hustling to build passive income, or 60 and planning retirement, SWP is like a custom-fit suit for your finances, and the best part, you don't need to be a finance nerd to make it work. It's like setting up autopay. For your bills once it's running, you just enjoy the results. But let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter so much? Because SWP isn't just a money tool, it's a mindset. It's about saying, I deserve to enjoy my money now, not when I'm too old to enjoy it. Picture this. You're 50, finally retired, but your knees are shot, your energy's fading, and you're stuck pinching pennies because you never learned how to cash out smartly. That's the trap most people fall into. But with SWP, you're rewriting the ending. You're traveling the world at 45. You're starting that dream business at 55. You're buying your mom a new house just because you can. SWP isn't just about monthly paychecks. It's about living life on your terms. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with one final thought. SWP is powerful, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes discipline to set it up right, courage to trust the process, and patience to let your wealth grow. But if you're willing to take that first step, you could be looking at a future where money stress is a distant memory. So here's your homework. Check your investments today. You have a mutual fund or ETF sitting there? Could you talk to your bank about setting up an SWP? Don't wait. Every day you delay is a day you're not getting paid. And if you want more money hacks like this one, stick around for my next video, where I'm revealing a strategy that could double your savings faster than you think. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button to let me know, and hit subscribe so you never miss a trick to level up your wealth game. Let's keep building that financial freedom together.